This one is an envelope book called The Idea of an Audience. I made it a couple of weeks ago and I'm finally filming it. Just has a belly band to keep it together. And essentially it's a concertina of envelopes, much like I've done a number of times. I've shown this to people, so already some of the pages have been removed. So I'll show you those in a second. Essentially the concertina is a series of envelopes kept together. I'm using, as I did for a couple of other pieces, images from the Glamour Beauty book. And these were, I think, section headings of what Glamour kind of had in store for you. And these are before and after images. I've put over the top some tissue paper, some making pattern, dress pattern tissue paper. Then I did a bit of crayon, oil pastel, to pick up the vibe and make it look a little bit grubby. It's a piece of history, really. Similar on this side, there are quotes. This is actually from the dust jacket. These images and quotes on the outside are from the dust jacket, but also a few from the feature, which was all about don't do this in public. Don't wear your rollers out, etc. Some of them have been slightly obscured, but if you really wanted to read them, you could. I would make photographs so that you can. And then within each of the pockets, I took the top of the quote that I'm using is essentially that you can never go out in public without understanding you have an audience around you. You're always under the spotlight, so only wear your beach sandals on the beach, and never wear them on less than beautiful feet. This is all about, this is not okay. You're not 4 years old. Don't have pigtails. Essentially, lots of judgment, mostly by women, for women, of women. Dress, sit, and walk at all times with the idea of an audience. Which is kind of one of the toxic things that I'm sure I know my mother grew up with, and to a certain extent I have inherited as well. So ponytails are messy, and your shoulder bag's not right, and your earrings are wrong, and essentially a whole heap of rules. Study these don'ts. About how women should dress to please, other women, but also potential partners. Let me pull all the pieces out and we can go for a quick voyage. So I'm billing this as an altered book. And as with all altered books, my concept of what the book is changed by the end, so crystallized by the time I'd finished it. If I were ever to do this again, I would do it slightly differently, probably more like this and less like this, which is actually black print on navy blue. But these are some of the interiors. I'll take photos so you can read them in general, but that's what it looks like. And I just took the quote of dress, sit and walk at all times with the idea of an audience. I'll just turn them over. Here they are, upside down. Sorry, on the other side. And you can see my approach. I started with like the brighter colours and ended up with gold. And in the end, I got down to just audience in different versions, which show it better on the darker cards, obviously, with the gold. So that is the idea of an audience.